Welcome to Movies with MacLean. I'm Andrew MacLean, and this is my weekly movie podcast where I bring on guests and we talk all things movies. Today our topic is Matthew McConaughey, and with me is Michael Magnus.
What's up, guys?
And for the first time, Bailey Bowen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Long-time listener, first-time guest.
And back for the fourth episode in a row, Eric Thomas.
Alright.
Back.
I'm glad to have all you guys here. I think it'll be a great show. And first up, we are going to talk about the movies leaving Netflix in February. So, for the Netflix rundown this month, we are losing Black Hawk Down, Mission Impossible 3, There Will Be Blood, Trainspotting, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. So, Eric, I'll start with you. Which of these movies stands out the most to you? Which are you most disappointed to see leaving Netflix?
Definitely Black Hawk Down. It's the only one I've seen, so only one that stands out. It's a good movie. Definitely, if you're looking for a war movie, it's must see before it leaves. But I mean, the other movies I haven't really seen. I've heard What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I heard that's a good one, but I mean, I'm not really sure how good it is. So that's the only one that really stands out to me.
You, Michael?
Yeah, I've never seen any of these. I'm familiar with Black Hawk Down.
Oh yeah, We're the Millers. Yeah.
Is that similar to Black Hawk Down?
I would have to say no.
Yeah. Well, if there's not black dick in it, I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Okay. Also leaving is Men Alone 2, The KY Connection. So if you're interested in that one, I didn't mention it, but it seems like you might be interested in that.
Yeah, that sounds like one that I would like.
Yeah, you like a lot of men in your movies.
All right, Bailey. Which of these are you most disappointed to see?
I'm gonna have to go with What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Leonardo DiCaprio and Johnny Depp, just great acting. Good story overall. Just a good movie in general.
Yeah, I've heard Leo's performance is really powerful in that because he plays the child with autism.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I have not. I'll probably be watching it though because it's leaving. And
so
then the
you're
one
on a movie podcast and you haven't even seen movies that you're talking about.
You haven't seen any of them, so the one I'm choosing is There Will Be Blood. I think that Daniel Day-Lewis's performance in that movie is one of the great performances of our time. It's about his descent into madness, and it's just an incredible performance. So I definitely check out our viewers watch that. Very long movie, but I'd say it's worth it. So we're going to move on now to the movie news, and our first topic in the movie news is we have a title for Star Wars Episode 8, and that is Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Very excited to see the title finally. Eric, what are your thoughts?
Oh man, I was excited when I heard this one. A thing that a lot of people did point out is that the plural and singular form of Jedi is Jedi. Mm-hmm. So I think the title either means Luke is going to die and Rey is the last Jedi, or that means, honestly, I guess either way he's going to either die or live, or it's meaning he's going to live and they're saying like those two are the last Jedi.
Yeah, that tends to happen. If you're not dead, you live.
Yeah. What do you think, Magnus?
Thanks, Michael.
You guys know I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Probably watch them every night. So I'm really looking forward to this, just to add to the collection of what I can watch every night,
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be watching this every night. Bailey, what are your thoughts on The Last Jedi as the title?
Yeah, just hearing the release of the title just really, it got me hyped. My mind just boggling where the song can go next, so really excited.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited as well. I think that The Last Jedi, in my opinion, probably refers to just Luke, because in the crawl, someone pointed this out to me, in the crawl for Episode 7, it said, like, Luke Skywalker, the last Jedi, has gone missing or something like that.
Really?
So
Really?
I think that it might just be Luke, and it's gonna be weird if Luke dies and we don't have any of the big three in Episode 9. But yeah,
but I mean that crawl was before Rey came around, so I mean she could.
I guess that's a good point.
Come around to be a Jedi before, so I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, we will.
Interesting, too, that the Star Wars is in red. I haven't seen that before. It's always been yellow. So
yeah, that is pretty cool. I noticed that as well.
Yeah, I think it'll be very different from Episode 7. I know everyone's saying, oh, this one's going to be dark. I don't know if it's going to be too dark, but I think definitely different tone, more story-driven instead of, I think, where Episode 7 was character-driven. So I'm definitely excited to see Episode 8, The Last Jedi, when it comes out.
I think that these could
in
all
December.
be signs that, like, the world's ending, you know? Like, when things like this start to change, you know, like the weather outside, Star Wars logo starts to change. What are you laughing at, man?
What are you talking
I'm being
about,
serious.
man?
This is all, like, the world could end any day now, you know? When weird stuff like this starts to happen.
Weird stuff like what? The color change?
The
Color
change of the Star Wars
climate
logo.
change, bees are dying. Put it all together, man.
What were you saying about Lego Batman?
I didn't say anything about Lego Batman.
I swear you said something Lego.
No, I'm sorry. All right, next topic.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Get the producer to put that on the screen.
We have Academy Award nominations have come out. So, for Best Picture, the nominees were Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, La La Land, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight. So, yes, you heard right, Deadpool was not nominated for Best Picture. Darn. But I think the movie I want to talk about first, this movie I actually didn't see, but it's La La Land, because La La Land made a record 14 nominations. So that ties the record for all-time nominations. I think that Mad Max and The Revenant both had like 10 or 12 last year, but 14 is a lot. So what do you guys think? Is that just due to it being a bad year in movies, or you think it deserved them?
I don't know, because like you, I haven't seen it yet, but after getting 14 nominations, I'm going to watch it very soon. But I feel like, again, this is saying without seeing it, but I feel like it just can't compare to like The Revenant or Mad Max.
Yeah.
You know? And it got even more nominations in those two. So, I mean, I'm really curious to see it. I honestly don't think it looks that good, or like really my kind of movie, but I'm going to give it a shot. So, yeah, I'm curious to see.
I think you're both being homophobic because you don't want to go see a musical.
Why is it homophobic?
Because we all know that gays are normally the lead roles in musicals. But Ryan Gosling's
not good.
not
Yeah,
gay.
I think he's straight in the
but
movie,
one of
too.
my hot takes is that he's better looking than Emma Stone.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Bailey?
No, like you guys, I haven't seen either. Not really my type. I'm not really a musical guy. But I mean,
Also homophobic.
You like musicals,
You gonna see
Magnus?
it?
Yep.
What's your favorite
Alright.
musical? Top three.
Top three.
Yeah.
Footloose, Dancing in the Rain, West Side Story.
It's called
Grease,
Singing in the
Grease,
Rain,
man. I
actually.
can't forget the Grease.
Oh, Grease. Yeah, Grease is a good one.
All right, you came up with 2.5. So yeah, none of us have seen La La Land, but it did get 14 nominations, so that's interesting. Might say something about it being a bad year in movies. I want to talk about the Best Director category. So nominated for Best Director was Denis Villeneuve for Arrival, Damien Chazelle for La La Land, Kenneth Lonergan for Manchester by the Sea, Barry Jenkins for Moonlight, and Mel Gibson for Hacksaw Ridge. So for me personally, Mel Gibson was the biggest surprise, and I was very pleased to see him get nominated. I talked about this movie a lot last week, Hacksaw Ridge. I think that Mel Gibson should win this award, but I don't know if he will because it's a stacked category. But I'm just very pleased to see them forget his past and just focus on the art and not the artist, because obviously Mel Gibson's had some issues in his past, but I was glad to see them still give him the nomination because I think he definitely deserved it. So what are you guys' thoughts on Best Director category with Arrival, Hacksaw, La La Land, Manchester, and Moonlight? What are your thoughts, Eric?
I mean, I think they did a good job. There were some good nominations. There were a lot of good directing in that category right there. It's going to be close. I don't know. I feel like the Academy this year is just going to love La La Land and give them everything. So, but I don't know. I'm excited to see who they give it to.
Yeah, what are your thoughts, Michael?
Pass.
Okay, that's probably a good idea. Bailey?
I'm gonna have to go with you, Mr. MacLean. I'm glad to see Mel Gibson on that list. You know, just like you said, he had really bad past. You know, kind of crazy guy, but like they can definitely forget that. Definitely directed a good movie there, so I'm glad to see him on there.
Yeah, I think like because he got such great performances and also directed great action, I think that's like really hard to do.
Yeah.
So I was really impressed. And then I think even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Arrival, I am glad to see Villanueva get nominated because he also had great performances out of those actors, and I think just visually it was incredible. What are your thoughts on Moonlight, Eric? I know you're probably the only one who's seen that, unless I don't know if you saw it, but
Yeah, I just saw it recently. It really was not what I was expecting at all. It's really kind of like this kid's struggle from the inner city, and he's gay, and those two kind of factors. And it's showing his life. It goes from when he's really young to like high school to as an adult, and it's really more. It's not as like action packed kind of as I thought it was, but there's some scenes that really just kind of hit you hard and make you think. I mean, you should definitely watch it. I would recommend it. But it wasn't what I was expecting. A lot slower than I was expecting.
okay. You think Barry Jenkins for directing has a chance to win, or?
I mean, I think so, because the actors were all great, even the kid actor at the beginning of the movie, and then a lot of scenes were really well done to where the actors didn't even have to say much, but just kind of what was going on in the background and what was all going on. It was really well done, so I think it's a shot.
Okay. And then I also want to talk about Manchester by the Sea real quick. All three of the main characters, all three of those actors were nominated, so that definitely says something about the directing, that he could get 3 Academy Award nominated performances. I think that even he has a chance, so really, I think this category could go to anyone. If I had to guess, I'd say probably La La Land, but my hope is that it go to Mel Gibson.
You liked Manchester by the Sea a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I really like it. I said last week how it felt like you were watching like real people. Like that's how good the acting was. So we're gonna move on now to our main topic. That's all we had for the news. So our main topic today is Matthew McConaughey and our favorite movies of Matthew McConaughey. We're talking about this because he has an upcoming release, Gold, I believe comes out this weekend. So the first movie we're talking about starring Matthew McConaughey is Dazed and Confused. So Michael, you haven't talked that much, but I'm pretty sure you'll have a lot to say about this one. So how about you start us off?
Dazed and Confused is a classic movie.
Real classic.
After I watched that movie, I wanted to go to school and beat the shit out of a freshman.
Yeah.
It just really inspired me to be the biggest dick I could be.
You could just come back for another year.
Yeah, I honestly
be a lineman
might,
again.
you know, that's what we love about the high school girls. I keep getting older, but they keep
They
staying the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really just inspired me a lot. And I love Dazed and Confused. I thought it was hilarious. I lost it pretty much every time Matthew McConaughey spoke. And, even like the little kid in the movie when he went in to buy the beer, and the gas station attendant asked him what you're doing, and he just said what Matthew McConaughey said to him earlier. It really just shows that our boy McConaughey just inspires everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's probably my favorite part of the movie. He has the most memorable lines, very quotable. You just got to keep on living, Livin. Of course, Eric's intro, all right. And the thing about the high school girls, true statement. So, what are your thoughts, Eric?
I mean, I love this movie. McConaughey's great in it. I always think it's funny how, like, if you really step back and look at it, like, McConaughey's character is kind of like a loser in the movie. He's like this old dude with he's working like a...
He works for the city.
Yeah. And he's hanging out with like these high school kids, like driving him around, but like he's just a man. You know what I mean? Like you said, there's so many quotable moments. I lost it in the car. The first time he said, he's like, "Hey, you got a joint?" And he's like, "No, not on me." He's like, "Oh, it'd be a lot cooler if you did." And just from that moment, you kind of knew what kind of character he was going to be. So this is my favorite Matthew McConaughey movie.
Yeah, Bailey?
It's just a classic, just a real classic movie. That's the first McConaughey movie I've ever seen, and just sparked, everything I liked about him. He's a great actor, and that just shows in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, because no one else in the movie really went anywhere after that except for Ben Affleck, but he had been around a little bit before then. But this was kind of McConaughey's like first big movie where
Yeah.
people noticed him. So yeah, I think it's probably my favorite too. Um, did we have a whole lot else we wanted to say on Dazed and Confused, or do we want to move on?
I mean,
No, I thought that he just did a great like supporting actor role in this,
Mhm.
like not the main
Yeah.
character.
see, if he would have been the main character,
Yeah.
I feel like it would have gotten old.
Exactly, because the
But,
movie would have
yeah.
been about like based on a loser.
Yeah,
But, like,
and that would have been a lot
it was
more apparent.
overshadowed by
Yeah.
his like just not being the main character.
There are people like that though. Like we saw a couple the other night, like just people way too old to be hanging out with high school kids.
yeah.
so
Oh,
yeah. We see it far
Yeah.
too often.
And it's
Very
not as
true.
funny in real life.
Yeah.
no, it's just weird. If it was Matthew McConaughey hanging out, that'd be pretty cool. But, all right, so we'll move on. Next movie we're going to talk about is Dallas Buyers Club. So this is the movie that he won the Oscar for about 3 years ago. So, Michael, what are your thoughts on Dallas Buyers Club?
Dallas Buyers Club. Very gay movie. Alright? I'm not using gay in the way most people use it, meaning not cool. Gay as in homosexual. Alright? Two dudes kissing, that kind of gay. Alright? But with that being said, I thought it was a great film. I'm not gay, but I thought it was a good movie. Alright? This is one where McConaughey was the main role and not the supporting role, like we said. And I thought he just did a great job, really. I thought like it did a good job of kind of just showing that like anything can happen to anybody, you know?
Well, when you're having sex and doing hard drugs at the rodeo, I'm sure there's a good chance you're going to get AIDS, but
We can
know.
agree to disagree on that, but I just thought that it kind of showed how doctors are crooks. Probably shouldn't always listen to them, and
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta live our own lives.
Don't know about that one.
It's a great message.
yeah, Bailey, have you seen it?
I have, yes. Yeah, that's great. I mean, it tackles, the big subject of AIDS, and, doctors kind of be crooked or whatever, just a great movie, I think, Goes down to Mexico, correct? Is it Mexico?
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico. Yeah, gets his drugs from there and starts helping people out, but good movie.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I enjoyed it. I think it's a great performance from McConaughey. I do wish that Leo had won the Oscar that year for Wolf of Wall Street, but it is still a great performance. And there were some scenes where I just got a little pissed off just because it was like too uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
Like when Jared Leto was like doing heroin with his boyfriend who was playing that real weird music.
Back to the homophobia.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just being honest, like, it was just uncomfortable. But it is a good movie. I mean, it's good to see, like, a story about a guy who lived recklessly but then got a second chance and did something good with that and really helped those people. So I did like the story. I didn't like the end, though, just because it just kind of ends. And, like, I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but they just don't really have a good way of ending it, I think.
Yeah.
But, I mean, other than that, I did enjoy the movie. Eric, have you seen it?
It's the one I've not seen, so.
All right. We'll move on then. Next movie, Eric, I think you'll want to talk about this one, Mud.
Yeah, I'll start
I haven't
off on
seen
this
that.
one. You have or you
Thanks,
haven't?
I'm not.
Alright, well thank you for telling us all,
Thank you.
Magnus. This is kind of a like coming of age kind of story. It's about this kid and he lives in like the South. I don't think it really tells you exactly where, but it's very like poor community, very like southern. And then he goes, him and his friends, they find this like boat up in a tree. And they're like curious how they got there. They're making it like their new hangout, and then they realize someone's been living there, and they find out it's Matthew McConaughey who's been living there. And then the whole story is kind of like, why are you here on this little island? Like what? Like why are you just hanging out here? Why aren't you leaving? Like, and kind of what's going on. And it really just gives you information really slow throughout the movie, and you kind of like unravel what's going on. And it's a good movie, so I definitely recommend it.
Sounds like a real good film.
It is a real good film.
Family friendly?
It was not family friendly.
So I should watch it with the wife and kids?
Depends how old are your kids.
I got an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old turning 7 in October.
No, probably not. I wouldn't watch it with them.
You seen this one, Bailey?
I have. I've seen half of it.
Okay.
So you have
Does that count?
No,
Yeah,
I
no.
have.
Go ahead, talk about the half you've seen.
But I mean,
First
yeah,
half or last half?
the first half.
All right.
You know, it starts off just like Eric said. You know, they find this boat, and then this creepy old guy. I mean, not really old, just a creepy guy just living there. You know, they want him to call him. You know, my name's Mud. Call me Mud. Pretty funny, but you know, he's just run away from his past. It's just a great movie. It's what I've seen, but I'm sure the rest of it's
Oh yeah,
as well.
yeah. Definitely got to finish it sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I haven't seen on here, so I don't have anything I can say about it, but I definitely need to get on that.
Maybe we can watch and spoon together.
No thanks.
Back to the homosexualness.
Let's move on. Our next film is Interstellar.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bailey, I think you want to talk about this one first, right?
This movie is insane. This is a mind-boggling movie. If you have not seen this movie, you need to see this movie. Have you seen this movie?
No.
God. It's
Sorry.
it's a space odyssey, just a mind-boggling movie. That's the only way I can describe it. Just insane. Like, the ending is just a big twist. It's definitely, probably my favorite McConaughey movie. Don't want to give away too much, it's like a dystopian, I guess you can kind of say, futuristic movie. You know, farms are dying off, and they need to figure out ways to inhabit planets and grow crops so humanity can live on. Yeah.
You think it would be a good idea for me to take DMT and watch it with my grandma?
Yes, that'd be a great idea. But yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful movie. I love it. But
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Eric?
I actually just watched this recently since the last time we talked about it, and I knew I had to watch it. It was good. I liked it. I liked how McConaughey was a lot more serious in this one. You know, all the other ones, Dazed and Confused, and Wolf on Wall Street, and Mud was
We
more
haven't gotten
serious,
there yet.
but we'll get to it. Mud was more serious, but there's still a little bit of that kind of McConaughey humor in there. And then this one is a lot more serious, and I think he was good in it, and it showed that he can actually really act. So
Yeah.
I liked it.
I enjoy Interstellar. I think it was a great theater experience. The thing I don't like is that it's so scientific for most of the movie, and then it kind of goes away from that at the end.
Mhm.
So it just feels
Yeah, I
inconsistent.
agree with that.
I do enjoy it though. I think a lot of the performances are good, and it's visually incredible. So yeah, I think Christopher Nolan, anytime he's got a movie, it's always one that's going to make you think, and Interstellar definitely makes you think. So
oh yeah.
it's one I enjoy. Not my favorite, but I'll watch it and enjoy it.
All right. Next up on the list, we have We Are Marshall.
Thank you.
I decided that I'd introduce this one.
Yeah,
It's again
that's
another one
fine.
that I haven't seen. I've seen the big speech that he gives at the cemetery. That kind of inspires me. It makes me want to run through a brick wall. But other than that, I got an idea of what it's about, but I know nothing about it. Andrew,
Alright.
what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, We Are Marshall, I enjoy it. I've also watched that clip more recently than I've watched the movie. I saw it a long time ago. It's a pretty good sports movie about a real tragedy and how the team overcame that. But it's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't think it was the top one of my favorite sports movies, but it's a pretty good sports movie. I think McConaughey is pretty good, as he is most of the time. And yeah, that speech, I think we watched that before
Probably
a
every game.
Yeah, probably every game. So
They would just throw it on in the Harvard room. You'd have to watch it.
yeah. But I mean, it's a good movie for watching that scene, I guess. What are your thoughts, Eric?
I don't got much more to add to it than what you said. Like you, I haven't seen this movie in a while. I can't remember the last time, probably a year or two ago. But it's a good movie. It's up there in my sports movies, but like you said, not really my top. So I mean, just backing up what you're saying.
Yeah, Bailey, what are your thoughts?
I actually have not seen the movie, but I'm familiar with the whole Marshall football team. the whole incident. So I'm definitely gonna have to go see this movie. I've been wanting to for a while, just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, it's an alright movie. Alright, well, on to our last movie that we're talking about. This is McConaughey in a supporting role. Michael, I think you have seen this one, The Wolf of Wall Street.
I have seen this one. I watched this one with my 6-year-old. I really enjoyed this one, and so did she.
What's his name? Oh,
It's a her, yeah. Don't be disrespectful.
transvestite.
Well, I thought he was hilarious in this. He doesn't really have that big of a role. He's in it for,
10 minutes.
2 scenes, probably.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah, I think it's just one.
But, just the quotes that he has in it are pretty funny, and when he's...
Yeah.
I felt like everybody did that for, a month after they watched it.
Yeah, even longer than a month, yeah.
Yeah, so even just, that shows that just, even when he has a little role, he still, does memorable things.
Yeah.
And makes people laugh,
Yeah, I think he was the perfect guy to be the mentor figure to that character, to Jordan Belfort. I think he was the perfect choice, and like you said, while he's in it for a very short amount of time, he has very memorable quotes.
You said that came out the same year as Dallas Buyers Club?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's
I did not either.
2 good movies 1 year,
Yeah, I mean, the McConaissance is happening because, everyone trashed on him for those all those romantic comedies he did, but now he's actually making good movies again.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Yes.
What are your thoughts, Eric?
I think that's one of the most, for the time that he's on screen, that's one of the most, impactful scenes. You know what I mean? It's just from the second that scene starts to the end, it's just, you're kind of, blown back, what is going on? This guy, he's ordering martinis until one of them passes out. He's doing the little chest buddies, he's doing cocaine with a little spoon. It's just, so crazy. So much craziness just packed into this little scene. And, like you said, Jordan Belfort just kind of sitting there, looking at this guy, holy crap, this is what I'm going to be like. And it, sets the page for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
So, definitely a great scene. Perfect guy for it.
What are your thoughts, Bailey?
I mean, really not too much to add. It just shows how, I guess, versatile you can say Matthew McConaughey is in the acting field. He can be serious, he can be funny, he can have AIDS. He's a great actor.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Very versatile. There's great points from all of you. And that's actually all we have today. It was a shorter episode, but I'm sure our viewers are okay with that after 2 very long episodes. So thank you to all of you guys for coming. I was glad to have you, and I hope you'll all come back soon.
I don't know if I'll be welcome back soon after this performance, but it's great to be here. Eric, do you have any shout-outs?
I'm going to shout out your kid, Magnus. I hope she's listening.
Thank you. Bailey, what about you?
I'd like to shout out pizza rolls.
All right.
Okay.
Shout out to Jennifer MacLean as well. Thank you for hosting us.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you to all of the viewers. We will be back next week. And until then,